exactly 20% of the ASA No Hate Tour. Today, on top of entertaining all of you, and I promise will be a fantastic show, we're also going to be educating you a little bit about the bullying issues that we see inside of our schools. It has become such a major problem that they've hired a BMX team to come out here and talk to you all about it. That said, while we are with you today, we're going to have two very important jobs that we need you all to help us out with. Your first and by far most important job out here today is going to be to enjoy the show. This is an event brought to you by the United States Marines. We, along with them, invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy yourselves. So on that note alone, for getting you out of class, bringing us out here today, and making this event possible, let's give the United States Marines a big round of applause. Let them hear you. Shout out to these gentlemen and everything it is they do and represent. Your number two job, quite possibly equally as important, will be at the appropriate times to make noise. Yelling, screaming, clapping your hands, stomping your feet, whatever it takes. The guys on the team, myself included, we really appreciate loud people and positive energy. So the louder you guys are able to get, the more fun we're gonna have, the higher they're gonna jump. And of course, the more free stuff we're gonna give away. One of those free things being a $500 Visa gift card. So keep that in mind. Now that free stuff will be going to the loudest, most energetic members of our audience. So before I get this show started, I gotta ask, Chapel Hill, do we have any loud people out here today? You guys sound awesome. Sit back, relax, and enjoy as I introduce to you the 2026 ASA No Hate Tour. Let's make some noise! Gentlemen, he steers clear of the ramps altogether, does what we call BMX freestyle flatland, an incredibly difficult discipline of riding that this guy has all but mastered. Coming all the way from Minneapolis, Minnesota, a former three-time X Games gold medalist, puts a man together right now for Trevor Meyer. Yo, Trevor going straight to the starting out with this first guy, he's what we call a jack of all trades. Dirt, vert, straight, and park, he can do it all. Coming to you from Louisville, Kentucky. Let's make some noise for demonstrating some of that versatility. What do you say, guys? Give it up one more time for Zach. All right, that brings us up to the newest and youngest member of our team, but don't let that fool you. He's got a deep bag of tricks, and certainly knows how to put on a What do you say? Let's make some noise right now for Logan Blaine. He's not done yet. What do you say, guys? Give him a one time for Logan. Quite some time, and let me tell you, he puts on a fantastic BMX show. When he's not touring all over the world doing this BMX stuff, he does what we call a yacht engineer. What do business. Make some noise right now for Russell Simon! But also directing and producing events like this all over the United States as well as the world. And in the process, had the privilege of representing such brands as Red Bull and the Nitro Circus. With all of that, I have quite a full schedule, but one of my favorite things to do is to come out here, work with your school, partner with the Marines, and put on a great show for all of you that has a positive message behind it. So, thanks so much for having me today, everybody. So right now, our team riders are grabbing some free stuff, and they're coming around looking for some loud.
Look at these scratchers. Wait, no.
All right, guys, we're going to those last couple of things there, but don't worry, we got plenty more of that a little bit later on the show. But right now, who's ready for some more action? Tell you what, Chapel Hill, you can't do this trick. Make some noise for Trevor. Right on, Trevor Meyer, one of the best in the business. Now they say it takes approximately 10,000 hours of practice to become an expert at any one thing. And I wholeheartedly agree with that statement, which is why I like to point out that our friend Trevor here is rapidly approaching 30,000 hours of total practice into what you're seeing. And that just so happens to be how he's able to make it look so easy, so smooth and consistent, and oh so fun in the process as he works this way. What do you guys think about Trevor so far? As Trevor continues to tear up that gymnasium floor right here, we're going to go ahead and talk about that bullying issue that I mentioned earlier, running out of space, my man Trev. Now there are 4 types of bullying that we see in today's modern school systems. Physical, verbal, and psychological bullying. They've all been around for quite some time. We still see them today. What is the 4th most dangerous form of bullying we see in the digital world? On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Cyberbullying has become such a big problem, and the reason is simple. It's so easy now, more than ever, to get behind a computer screen or a cell phone, become what I like to call a keyboard warrior, talking trash with it. Now, it might seem like it's all good fun at the moment, you're making your friends laugh, but the problem is there's somebody on the other end of the screen reading your words in their own voice. And trust me when I say this, words matter, what you say matters. What you type matters. And so does Trevor Meyer. He matters. Give it up for time for my man Trevor. Alright, you guys. Now the way that this show works is the longer it goes on, the bigger the tricks are going to get. So right now, we're going to bring our ramp runners out here for what we call the warm-up set. They're going to test out the speed, the height, the angles, but more importantly, they're going to test out the audience and the energy that you can bring to the table. So if you want to see them turn it up a little bit, Y'all know what you need to do. First up, we got our friend, Mr. Zach Newman, coming at you. What do you say? Let's make some noise right now for the round. All right, Zach, set the tone. Check it out. Here we go. Right on, Zach says, no hands. Logan Flash, check this out. Here we go. Station, check this out. Every time they hit the green, they're gonna go a little bigger, a little higher. Check this out. Russell, big smile on his face, choking every time he hits the green. Zach Newman, check it out, nice little combo. Straight from his bird dog days, check out my man, Logan, rounding off his third trick of this set. Here we go. All right, as I said, they are feeding off of one another. Russell, looks like he's got something under his sleeves. Here we go, 1, 2, 3, screw! Trevor out here, he wants in on the action. Let's make some noise for Trevor Meyer. Trevor Meyer, surfing the beaches of your gymnasium, having some fun. But in all seriousness, ladies and gentlemen, this trick right here that Trevor's about to do is by far my favorite. We call this trick the seat stand wheelie. And in my opinion, it's really cool. Give it up for Dale Jokes, and let's make some noise for Trevor Meyer. All right, Trevor means business. Check this out. He's going slow and low. We call this the hitchhiker. Literally hitching a ride on the back of his bike and right back to the pedals. Oh no, he's going into an extra combo. Check that out. Having some fun early on. Trevor Meyer, one of the best ever doing growing up outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Perfecting a lot of these tricks in empty parking garages. Now Trevor Meyer once performed the halftime show for all 7 games of the NBA Finals between the Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls. And I kid you not, after Game 7, Michael Jordan himself said this right here was his favorite trick. What do you say? Wow, Trevor Meyer making it look easy right on Trev. All right, Chapel Hill, who here in the audience has ever heard of an event called the Olympics? Thanks. It's kind of a big deal. Happens every 4 years or so. For the second time ever in our sports history, BMX Freestyle, which is what you're watching right now, was featured and recognized as an official Olympic sport at the 24 Paris Games. It was a big deal for our industry, and an even bigger deal for the aspirations of our riders going into Los Angeles in the summer of 28. Now, one of the things the judges will look for in competition is, of course, big airs, spins, and tricks, but they also want to see a well-balanced approach to a competitive run, and that is what we call technical tricks. So these riders are going to come out here one at a time, and they're going to demonstrate a little bit more of the technical side of BMX riding, and they're going to do it even better if you get behind them. First up, we got the tech master himself, Zach Newman, coming at you. Let's put some hands together for my man, Zach. side of his bike, stalling up on that coat, putting it in reverse, also known as snaking. This is an excellent opportunity to rack up a whole bunch of points as fast as possible, impressing the judges with the pivots, the spins. Check that out, the 540 out of the disaster. Zach Newman putting together a great run. One more time, round of applause for Zach. That's a gold medal member. All right, now Logan, you'll notice, is a little bit of a different style. No brakes whatsoever. Using his foot in the front tire. A little combo move right there, trying to impress the judges. Just like Zach a moment ago. A little fakey move one more time. Here we go, check that out. Pivoting on that front wheel, so much focus, so much balance. Uh-oh, nice toothpick as he winds it down. Make some noise, Russell. All right, Russell, rounding off the group. You've got your work cut out for you. Can he put together the gold medal run? Nice little foot jam in. Check this out. Vader style. Nice. Can he do this first try? We'll see. Tail whip.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
We are going to turn it down for just a moment, and we're going to bring my friend, Mr. Logan Place, out here front and center. What do you guys think about Well, in case you guys have not yet noticed, Logan is an extremely talented BMX rider.
Yes, it is!
But he wasn't always so talented as with anybody attempting to do anything. He started out once as a beginner. In fact, was a sophomore in high school. Where are my sophomores at? Do we have any?
Okay,
When he was
fine.
literally your age, he saw bike riding on television, decided it looked really fun, and said, you know what, I want to give it a try. But the thing was, the kids he went to high school with, they played traditional sports like baseball, basketball, football, gymnastics. They didn't understand bike riding. So as a result, they kind of gave Logan a hard time, no big deal. He put his head down and he stayed focused, and about halfway through his junior year, Logan was practicing at the local skate park, had a really bad crash, and ended up busting all of the teeth out in front of his mouth. Now normally, that wouldn't be a big deal, you can get that fixed, but unfortunately, Logan's family did not have the extra money to make that happen. So, Logan ended up spending the back half of his high school career doing something nobody understood, while looking like nobody else did, and he made fun of a lot. So much so, it got so bad that about 2 months before he was scheduled to graduate, Logan dropped out of high school altogether because he couldn't handle the pressure. That was about the time that I met him. That was about the time we linked up. Logan was getting really good at riding that bike. So I took him out the road, gave him a job doing something he enjoyed, started building up his confidence, built up his bank account, and guess what the first thing he did was? He got them teeth fixed. Check out that video. Which was awesome, and he continued to build his confidence. He competed in bigger competitions, he did bigger shows, and he was having a great time until one day, at the age of 25, he woke up and he said, you know what? I got some unfinished business to handle. Without speaking to anybody, he went down to the local community college, enrolled in some extracurricular classes, studied his butt off for 6 full months, along long nights, out officially graduated high school with his GED. Now the reason I share that story with all of you is to let each and every one of you know that whatever it is you decide to do with your life, whatever it is that you may have a passion for, I can pretty much guarantee that at some point you will be misunderstood by somebody. Or likely than not, they're going to give you a hard time and try to bring you down to their level. When that happens, I challenge you to stay focused on the task at hand, stick with it, and do whatever it takes to overcome those hurdles. If you do so, you will find results. I can promise you that. Logan will be the first to tell you, it's a lot easier to graduate at the age of 18 than it is at the right age of 25. Give it up one more time for Logan. All right, you guys, that said, we have come to my favorite part of our show, but we are not going to be able to do it alone. We are going to need the help from one volunteer. In insurance purposes, we cannot pick a student. It is too dangerous.
Aww. Come on.
We selected a volunteer whom I believe to be a faculty member. I believe, I'm not sure. Mr. Commodore! ROTC, come on now, we're bringing you out. He is the ROT instructor, sir. Thanks for coming, man, I appreciate it. Welcome. Now, do you have any idea what you've chosen to take part? Absolutely no idea, or an idea? He has an idea. For those of you who do not know, take a look behind me. You will see my friend Russell is placing a chair.
Oh, no.
Pretty good, yes. What do you say we put him in a chair and we try to jump over here?
That is actually dangerous.
That our high-flying specialist, the man himself, Mr. Miami, Florida, Mr. Russell Summerville. Now, as if that weren't enough, Russell is a highly trained BMX professional, so much so that he makes this jump almost every single time he tries. Okay? He's really good. That's why we chose him. Are you guys ready? Okay, fine. Really quick, let's give him a practiced jump. Make sure he has enough speed, height, and distance. Make sure Mr. Commodore will not be in harm's way. Does that sound fair?
Yes.
Pay attention to Russell's back wheel. Look for it to be a minimum of 3 feet over the top. That will be our safety clearance height. Take a look. Whenever you're ready, Russell, give us a thumbs up if you think you're gonna make it. Ladies and gentlemen, thumbs up or thumbs down. Ready, go for it! Wow. I've got good news and I've got bad news. The good news is I'm seeing some thumbs down.
Why? No.
2 of them from Trevor. The bad news is I'm seeing a lot more thumbs up. Even from some of your fellow faculty members spread throughout the building. Against my better judgment, Russell will have to go a little bit faster. The audience will most certainly have to get a whole lot louder. I think the thumbs up have it. We're gonna go for it! All right, sir. A couple things we need to talk about. Number one, make sure you stay seated, sitting straight up and down with your feet flat. Do not move, do not flinch, do not stand up at any point, okay? Number two, you absolutely must keep your eyes open.
Okay!
You have the best seat in the house, all right? Now, I mean it, keep your eyes open. If you close your eyes at any point during this jump, regardless of what happens, Russell will do it again. So eyes open. Last and not least, Sergeant Martinez. Sergeant Martinez, make some noise for our You're a highly trained military professional, right? You've been through boot camp with obstacle training? You think you can get up on top of that ramp without any ladder or assistance? Let's see it. Make some noise for stuff. Do not move, do not flinch. Stay still, leaning into the back of the chair. All right, last thing. Commodore, right arm in the air. Sergeant Martinez, left in the air. That is going to be our human goalpost. It gives Russell something to aim for other than your foreheads. So don't move. They're ready. Russell's ready. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? All right, you know what to do. Pull out your cell phones. Hit record. When he starts pedaling at that ramp, that is going to be your cue to get loud. Coming to you all the way from Miami, Florida. Let's make some noise right now for my man, Russell. Every single thing that you're seeing out here today, riding bikes, engineering of these ramps, all the way down to the words I choose to speak into this microphone. None of this stuff came easy. It did not happen overnight. It took a really long time to learn. We're not here today to tell you to go home tonight, to jump on a bicycle and try to do tricks. That isn't what this show is about. What this show is about, however, is to encourage each and every one of you to go home this afternoon. Take a look at your own lives. Find your own dreams, your own passions, the things that you enjoy doing. Take all the energy that you have built up inside of you and put it to positive place. That's what these riders have done, and that's why they are where they are at today, but it did not come without sacrifice. And it absolutely did come with a lot of bumps and bruises, both literally and figuratively. Anybody out in the audience play any sports? Basketball, football, gymnastics, dance?
I did in the past, not anymore.
Painting, drawing, coloring, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Anybody play video games?
Oh yeah, too. Me too. I do art and game games.
Those are all great examples of something you can pour your energy into that you can eventually make a living from it. I kid you not. These guys are riding their bikes, they're getting paid to do something they love, and it's because they stay focused when the times got tough. If you are being surrounded or you see it happening to somebody, speak up. Talk to a teacher, a counselor, a social worker. Let them know what is happening. They are trained to help you come up with a plan of action to make it stop. You do not have to go through it on your own. But if you are seeing it, guys, that is the time to put your head down and stay focused on the task at hand. That's what these guys have done, and again, that's why they're here with us, doing something they love. But I promise, we were misunderstood at some point. Early in our lives, if you're one of those kids right now, you got a big dream, you got a big vision, but you feel like nobody understands you, that's okay. We were there once upon a time, and I can tell you right now, it is worth sticking through it and seeing it through until you meet your goals. So right now, a big round of applause to everybody who's working hard behind the scenes. That said, these riders have worked very hard to earn this talent, and they've got a few more tricks each that they want to bring to the table. They have saved their best for last, and it's starting now with this guy. Make some noise for Trevor Myers! Going straight to work. We call this the juggler, as he goes around the world with the bike, switching up the balance point, literally thousands of times as he works that front wheel, but it only counts if he gets back to his pedals. Make some noise! Trevor and I are one of the best to ever do it. Here we go, watch this front wheel. Using the front brakes, pivoting. How high can we count? 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Wow, Trevor Myers making it happen. Looks like he's got one more. All right. Trevor Myers says he's going to do this one. He doesn't do it every show, and that's because it's very difficult. Capable of this move right here. One of them's doing it right now. Calculated and concise. Make some noise one more time for Trevor Myers. Right on. I tell you what, Chapel Hill, talent will bring you far in life. I can promise you that. I suggest you cultivate, develop, nurture it at any cost. However, talent all by itself is only going to bring you so far if you do not have an attitude to match. Trevor Myers is obviously extremely talented, but what if you don't know just yet, quite possibly the nicest person you'll ever meet. One more round of applause for our friend, Trevor Myers. All right, you guys. Now, you've seen the warm-up ramp-up tricks. You've seen the technical stuff judges like to have in competition. But I'll tell you what else they want to see. They want to see air, speed, risk, and danger, and that is exactly what these guys have saved for last. You've been great so far, but if you want to see them turn it up, can you make some noise one more time? All right, Zach Newman starting the pace. Here we go! Yes, indeed, we call that the tail whip. Logan, no brakes, no worries, check this out. 360 knack, the variations and the spins. Happening in the first set. That is a good sign of things to come. Russell, left back on the quarter. 360 no hand. Zach, up to the moto helmet. That's because he made it a moment's notice. Check this out. Axel, 3 tricks in 1. Right there. Logan, long hair, don't care. Roll the side. Logan, sensational. Up and over the top of that ramp. One of my favorite tricks. This is a competition. Check this definitely can get ugly real quick, but it can get awesome just as
Okay.
You've been great so far. Can you make some noise? One. There's some very important people that we need to make sure that we thank. First of all, for allowing us to come into your school, giving us some of your extremely valuable class time, and letting you all join us here today so that we can do backflips in your gymnasium. We want to thank these people. They were a huge inspiration to us. If it wasn't for them, none of us would be where we are at today. They love you. They care about you more than you could possibly realize. Right now, a big round of applause to you teachers, your principals, and your whole entire shout out to all of the teachers that were there for us as we were coming up in life, as well as the teachers here today, your counselors, your social workers, your admin, everybody that is there for you on a daily, making sure you get a proper education and well on the road to success in life. It is in my opinion that teachers are greatly underappreciated in today's society, so please show them the respect they deserve and thank them whenever you get a chance. One more round of applause for all of our teachers. Once again, I'd also like to thank this organization for taking a chance on us, sponsoring our Action Sports Agency, and giving us the opportunity to do something we love to do on a daily basis. They do a lot of work within our communities, but even more work, selfless service and sacrifice to protect the freedoms that we all share here in the United States. Right now, a big round of applause to view the proud for the United States Marine Corps! Shout out to our two Marines in the house. We thank you so much for everything you do, fellas. Tell you what, Chapel Hill, if you enjoyed the show, raise your hand. Nice. If you have your hand up right now, please do me a favor. Before you leave the gymnasium this morning, take about 3 seconds out of your day. Come on by in one of these two men in uniform at this booth and simply say thank you for their service. One more round of applause to our Marine representatives. You're the reason the show is so great. On behalf of myself, Russell, Logan, Zach, and Trevor, give yourselves a big round of applause!
Okay, you're up there.
Once again, I do want to remind all of you that what we're doing out here is dangerous. Certainly is not easy. It took a really long time to learn. It is simply the one example of what we chose to do with our energy when we were younger on in life. It kept us out of trouble. It kept us smiling and having fun. But above all else, it gave us something to focus on when the times inevitably got tough. find the results in the end. If you've heard the message that I have spoken here today, and you understand what I have said, please give it a round of applause. Do you hear this? All right, on that note, who here would like to win $500? There is a two-step process to winning this money. Step one is recommended, but not required. Step one is to pull out your phones if you have them. If not, pull out a pen and paper. If you don't have service, write it down in your notes app. Our Instagram is No Hate Tour. Open that up, type that in, give us a follow. We do Instagram and TikTok